There's really only one way out of your rut: climbing. And I'm going to share with you the only path that's helped me climb. For the last 3 years, I've been stuck in the same place too, knowing where I needed to go, but never taking that first step. I was tired of waking up as the same person day after day. So for 30 days, I wrote at least 3 commitments and crossed it off before midnight, even though it didn't always go as planned. After those 30 days, I learned a few things I wish someone had told me years ago. It's easy for me to write and say that to get out of your rut, you just have to start climbing again. But as someone who sat in that same place, it often feels like we can't control our consumption and instant gratification. Change just feels too far out of reach. Be realistic about what you can achieve today, how far you have to push to get to the edge of your discomfort. To go from not getting out of bed to running a marathon would be delusional. I wrote 3 things I knew I could easily do, all of which could be completed in less than 2 hours. And as each day goes by, you write down and complete commitments. You prove something. Prove that you are a person who gets things done. On the day when the final pen strokes write day 30, look back into your journal. And what do you find? Evidence. Evidence that proves you can get out of your rut and get things done day after day. People often like to say that the journey doesn't get any easier. I only think that's partially true. While work always feels like work, you become more skilled at your instruments, and the instrument you are learning to play in these 30 days is following through. Like with any skill, expecting perfection on your first try is unrealistic. The path is never linear. I had 4 days where I failed to uphold my commitments, but those days pale to the 26 days of success. When learning to play an instrument, if you failed to play a song correctly, you wouldn't give up and decide that it's just not for you. You try again. It's just part of the process. If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. It's total crap. You will work harder than you ever thought possible, but the tools will feel light in your hands. Anytime I sat down to work and felt a significant amount of resistance, I thought, this must not be it. This must not be my calling. This feels like work. And I'd stop. This single thought kept me in a perpetuating rut. The calling never came to me. It still hasn't. But in following through, I learned a failure isn't a reason to give up. It's part of the process. The goal is to pick up that instrument. The goal is to keep playing the game.